Well, hello and welcome to Ballam Road. This is episode 17. As you can see, we up nice and early this morning, getting the cattle fed. Just pop this in here. Right, so we're going to start working on moving our manure today. So I have people from Grimmy coming in to put in a couple of conveyor belts down at the beef cattle barn. Move that manure from there in the next episode or so. So that's the main focus of today. And it's still snow on the ground, so we've got to wait for that to clear, so we can't do much of the grass. So hopefully next month we'll start doing some grass cutting again. And we'll just go through some routines. So fairly short episode this time around, just trying to get through the routines of the winter time, making sure the cattle are all fed and happy. I don't know whether I mentioned that the two milk outlets that we had, the one in the residential area and the one down at the biogas plant, have increased their orders, so they've doubled them essentially. So they'll now be taking 2,000 litres every day, which is very nice because they do. It's pretty lucrative. The retail, you make pretty much, I'd say 10-15% more selling through them, but of course there's a limit to the amount that they can take. Right, so that's full. That's 60,000 litres in there, keep us going for a day or so. We'll just top up the TMR mixer. I think there's enough. We did put quite a bit of hay and straw in the last time, so it's probably enough to continue with that for today as well. But we'll definitely be out of the, or pretty close to being out of the silage. So we'll just top up the silage. And if we get a chance during the day, we'll top up the others. Otherwise, we'll do it first thing in March, just before we start working on the grass. As I mentioned, we're going to have to get in some good grass reserves because, of course, with the threat of the foot and mouth, we're going to have to feed cattle indoors for the rest of this year, I would think. Right, so that's that done, up and nice. Let's go and have a look at this. So we're going to get this PS511, which is a self-driven pickup unit, I would think you could call it. So it's expensive, but we'll be able to move it around and use it for quite a bit, and I think they will, depending on how things go, we'll be making silage directly from the silage into bales as soon as we can. So we might be in a position to sell the silage that's in the clamp, which is quite a bit. That should bring quite a bit of money. Yeah, so you just sit on it. It's electric motor in it. I suppose in an ideal world you would drive it onto a flatbed and transport it up, but it does hit 9 miles an hour and we're not that far away from the bottom cattle barn, so we'll just drive it through there. Seems to be handling the snow okay. I was hoping that this would have a extension on it, but it looks like we're going to have to buy the extension as well, which is going to make this quite a expensive piece of equipment. But it is an asset, so if push comes to shove, we can revert back to manual loading and recover 70% of our costs, I would think. Right, so here we are back at the car barn. We just drive it straight into the manure heap. And then of course you've got your controls to lift it up, to start it. There we go, up it goes. I was hoping it would go a bit higher than that you could slip a trailer underneath there, but lo and behold not. I suppose it's Grimmy's way of making sure you buy two separate implements. It's not bad, because you got the well, you see the one we buy is just the we are going to buy is just the extension that lifts it up, so it carries the manure high enough to pull a trailer under. Here it is, just arriving now. But you do get quite a long extension that you can put in between. You can make quite a extensive little conveyor belt system going here, but I don't think we'll need it here. I'm hoping that this will just bring us out into the open. Right, so we did buy another pickup unit, which was a lot cheaper. I guess we should have kept it rather than going for this expensive piece of equipment. But hey, it's done. Right, so you just drive that underneath there, and it'll feed onto the belt. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Should stop around about there. Right, and then we have to get into the controls of the second conveyor belt and lift that up and extend it. I'm hoping that it will extend beyond. Oh, I know why. The extension unit needs to unfold. Oh, I suppose we could have unfolded it before we put it in. It's as close as you can get. I'm not going to buy the extension unit. I'm not going to spend another 15 grand buying an extension unit. We're already 70 grand in the hole with that. Right, so let's get back to the dailies. So because of the extension in the orders to the local units, I've bought this new trailer to deliver the milk. It's 2,000 litres exactly, so works out rather nicely, and it's easily towed by the little John Deere. Now that we've decided not to do our own soil analysis and to just get the professionals in every now and again when we need fields analysed, just saves us a hang of a lot of time. I was thinking of selling the little John Deere as well, but I like it, so I found a use for it. Another vehicle saved. Oh dear. Yeah, so of course with the new economic conditions, we're getting decent money now for our milk. That's one saving grace. So we're due to have the state veterinarian in to come and check the herd out again sometime during the course of the day. So they will be coming through and checking every month. Hopefully everything is still clear, but we'll surely find out, if not later today, certainly at the beginning of next month. Right, yeah, another nice little one. Slightly more than, that's nice. Right, so now we're going to top up the dairy. Of course, we didn't get 100% full production last month because we had to have the herd checked out. At this stage we don't have to stop production or throw away milk at this point in time unless we get a bad report from the state veterinarian. At this stage it's all okay. Of course we do our own little batch tests in the dairy and before it goes out to customers. So it's pretty much more I wouldn't say prevalent, but it's more important that we keep on top of the testing because we use raw milk in our dairy. Of course we don't pasteurize, so yeah, the controls are much more stringent than they would be should we be pasteurizing. I suppose it would be a consideration to bring a pasteurizer in for this operation, but that would kind of destroy the brand a little bit. So we would have to, number one, first tell our customers that we are pasteurizing, and then when the whole foot and mouth thing blows over, we will have to re-inform everybody that we've stopped. But yeah, so we're going to continue with it and just do testing through our creamery or our dairy. And as I said, we'll be getting regular state visits. The reason why they're going to be coming through every month is purely because we do raw milk products. First batch of chocolate. Put that into one of the market stalls today. Right, so we'll try use this little thing again, but I've decided I'm going to sell it and get a forklift in. But we'll try and get it to work now, and then we'll sell it and purchase a forklift. Oh, that's convenient. Let's get these into the store, or into the farm shop, should I say. Let's see what it does, see if we can pick it up. Yes, I'm not sure why all of a sudden the pallets are not liftable. I think it's got to do with, yeah, there we go, not very good. Let's try and balance it so we can get it into the store, and we'll put the two pallets into the store. We'll take the other two up to well, one each to the two market stalls. So I did manage to lift it up with the forklift to put onto the back of the truck. So I've put one load right at the front and one load right at the back, because of course now that I can't lift the pallets, I can't lift them off the van and carry them to each stall. So this way I'll just drive on the front a little bit and slip the gear there. Here we go. Here we are on our way. Yeah, it's not the newest van, this. Quite a chugger, I think I'd call it. But it works. A lovely throaty sound to it. And so here we are up at the Duck Pond Market. Take off the belts. Just drive slowly on so that it just takes the front one. So that's butter going into this stall, and then we've got the chocolate at the back, and then we'll take that down to the golf course. Down to the golf course market, and we'll get that onto the stall there, and that'll be our first income from chocolate. Be interesting to see how much we get for that. Oops. That's the one thing about a fixed back or fixed base truck, fairly long wheeled, is that the turning circles are not great. Right, so we'll see you down at the golf course. And let's have a look and see how much we get for our first chocolate delivery. Oh, nice. 3,600 for a... Not to be scoffed at. Haven't said that for a while, eh? It was a conscious effort. At least I don't think I've said it for a while. But then again, pretty much all the income we made last month was to be scoffed at. Oh dear. Well, off we go. Let's go and get this parked up, and we'll take a load down to the biogas plant of manure, just to show you it working in the moonlight. So this will be an ongoing operation now, this moving of the manure. And once we've cut the grass, we'll have to put some digestate back onto the fields. Yeah, some nice moody pictures. It's going to take a while. This trailer only takes about just over 12,000 litres. But of course that'll give us a little bit of income as well. There we are. We'll just off this load here. Offload this here. And I think that's kind of where we're going to end this episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And cheerio.